What's up guys, back in today with another reaction to the Berserk manga, this time with chapters 2 and 3 of the Morning Departure. Expecting some really awesome chapters today. The last couple were, again, fucking great, seeing Guts and Griffith, and seeing mostly Guts' thoughts about Griffith and such, and his thoughts on leaving and wanting to go on his own journey. Again, there was some very profound stuff. Definitely check out those chapter reactions if you did miss them, but make sure you let me know what you guys think about these ones down in the comment section. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like this video, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date with these reactions. And let's get right into it, guys. We ended off with everyone kind of coming together to see Guts, well, not to see Guts off, to try and stop him leaving, but eventually they'll be seeing him off, and Griffith ended up being the last one here. Or the last one revealed, at least, after Casca had the brilliant idea of bringing him to try and stop Guts, which is a good idea. Probably the most likely person to stop him, but pretty fruitless in the end. But yeah, let's get right into it. Are you leaving? Yeah. You mean to quit the Band of the Hawk? You can kind of see like a little bit of disappointment in each of their faces here. Not really sure that's the exact right word for Griffith's face, to be honest. It looks like he's disappointed, a little bit sad, but maybe also a little bit angry as well, slightly. Not getting that all too much, not really getting a major anger sense from this panel here, but yeah, there's a little something I can't quite put my name on. Yeah, look at his face, fucking hell. I'm sorry. Look at his face, that's the face of shock. That doesn't explain anything. Tell us why. Aren't the Hawks just like family to you, Guts? Why would you throw that away? Cut it out, Rickert. Poor little Rickert, man. Poor little Rickert. It is quite sad, isn't it? Because it is like a family, very strange and very brutal, and not really a family, but it is a family with all these guys, isn't it? You got the old horrible Uncle Caucus. You got the father of the group, Griffith. Got Mama Casca or Sister Casca, Jadal, the older brother, the little brother Rickert, massive brother Pippin. So it is like a big old family, isn't it? So it's very sad. I wonder what would have happened if Guts never did decide to leave and we just kept going, if you know what I'm saying. Would it be a happy ending? Would these guys all live a happy life? I guess not, because Guts wouldn't be going for that dream. So I guess that was never a possibility. That does make you think, doesn't it? What was that anime? Can't remember. Don't worry. It's a man's decision. Hush and let him go. But no. This is bad for all of us, right? Guts is the Raiders' captain. He's vital. We can't let him leave. We were invincible before he joined. He ain't the only reason the Hawks got so strong. Yeah, but shut up, you. Hey, since it's come to this, listen up. I always hated you, pal, from the start. To be honest, I aimed my bowgun at your back more than just once or twice in battle. That's nice to know. That is very nice to know. You got the fucking Caucus behind us during a battle, fucking trying to fire an arrow at us, little bastard. Moron. Piss me off. Now I finally see why you piss me off so much. It's that face. That stone cold, intense scowling mug gets under my skin like nothing else. He is very much one to talk here, Caucus. I mean, look at the facials he's been given in these last couple panels. a whole range of arsehole face from Caucus right here. That face, like you're in some kind of agony or something. Like you're the only one walking some path of profound suffering that no one understands. Like you're the only one who's special. Don't be so proud. I don't buy it. You ain't special. You can never become Griffith. He doesn't want to become Griffith, that's the thing. He just wants his own dream, like Griffith. Very different distinction there, isn't it? I always struggle where to sit during these videos. I don't know if you can tell. Sometimes I'm probably quite a bit over to the left because I usually sit on the left quite a lot for my reaction to anime videos, but now I've got to like try and sit in the middle, and I'm very much not used to that. Probably noticed over the period I've been doing these. Now that you're no longer one of the Hawks, if we meet again on some battlefield, you better make sure to watch your back. Guts. Thanks for everything. Quite admirable he says that after all this barrage from Caucus. Casca. Can't be with Griffith, chances are. Why not try your luck with her? Ah, that's a look right there, isn't it, from Casca? I don't know how you could not stay with Casca looking at you like that. Like a little puppy, like a sad little puppy when you're about to leave the house. Ever think you'd like to hold her? And here it comes. I don't know why Ricket's so happy. I guess he's just a kid, isn't he? He just wants him to stay at all costs. I think kids are like that, aren't they? For example, well, obviously I've had no experience in this, but if your father was to like leave you one day, I imagine the kid would almost do anything to kind of keep them there, kind of try and beat him up, try and beat him down, or whatever. Do anything in their power to try and keep their dad around. Obviously, it's not the same situation as that, but it's reasonably similar. So I think that's why Rickett looks so fucking happy that that Griffith has unsheathed his sword. Although everyone else is again a little bit kind of shocked and almost scared. It looks like, maybe not scared, but again just shocked. I can't let you go, young guts. And look at his face, man. And he had a serious face a minute ago, didn't he? And he's carried that on still, of course. Hasn't said a word, but he knows what he wants, doesn't he? He very much knows what he wants. Always kind of intrigues me how swords go into sheaths like this, like curved like this. I'm guessing the sheath has a curve to it as well, in the exact same area. I guess that would be the only way it works, but even so, that would be quite a hassle to get that in there. His legs are really skinny, aren't they? Not sure if that's just the armour. He's quite slender in general, isn't he, Griffith? Griffith. I thought I told you then that you belong to me. Oh, look how pitch black his outfit is here. That pure white and that pitch blackness again. Just the two sides of this one coin of Griffith. I do love the imagery with Griffith. Again, it's quite simple when you think about it, but it's nevertheless effective. nevertheless effective. Now Rickard's shocked. I won you with this. Your fight and your death. I hold both. If you want to leave my grasp, then it will be the same as that time. Rest yourself away your sword. Rest yourself away by your sword. What does rest mean? I'll have to Google that one. I'm not sure I've ever heard that. Forcibly pull from a person's grasp. I've never heard that one before. Interesting. Forcibly pull yourself away from someone's grasp. Griffith! Casca is fucking gobsmacked. What is this face from Caucus here in the back? Looks like he's on drugs. Looks like me in my teenage years. What the hell? Guess we can't just smile and say, take care. You're really serious. Of course he is. This song is still on my playlist. Guts takes his bag off. I thought it was kind of warning Casca then, but I was like, what would be the point of that? Obviously, Griffith isn't going to go for Casca, but yeah, just taking his bag off. Kind of framed to look that way though a little bit. It's interesting. Oh shit. It's quite nostalgic to be honest, isn't it? Almost again looks like the first time they battled. Yeah, the sword's quite a bit fancier, but takes you back, doesn't it? Although there's so much snow and very different kind of setting. Although it looks like the same. I wonder what. Interesting. There's definitely some imagery going on right here. Won't be able to describe it. Won't be able to describe it myself, but definitely some kind of imagery going on right there. Apologies, guys. Especially considering there's a pitch black tree on Griffith's side and a shining bright sun on Guts's. Guts. How would you say that? Guts's side, on Guts' side. Not sure. Both sound wrong. Well, wait, are you two serious? Comrades are gonna cross swords? Griffith, if you sheath your sword, we can talk. That Casca just jumps right in front of Guts right here. That's cute. Oh shit. Here he comes. Man, again, he's almost looking like a devil, Griffith, isn't he? Get back, Casca. Don't get in our way. What are you saying? If you really do this, both of you... Pippin? What are you... Let me... Pippin says no. Pippin hasn't spoke yet in the manga, has he? I don't think. They have to do this now. Serves him right. What's wrong with all of you? This is a sword fight? We don't stop them. This is their business. It's not for us to interfere. But what are we going to do without swords anyway? Did you forget? Living luxuriously among the regular army? What's taken by the sword must be recovered by it. That's the mercenaries. That's our ironclad rule, isn't it? That's been our way since even before coming to Midland. Yup. Well said, Jadal, well said, to be fair. Very much true for a lot of the characters, Casca especially, Guts. What has been taken by the sword must be recovered by it. Well said, Jadal. Mercenaries have their own way of doing things. And you know that's true. Yeah, but she's changed too. She has indeed. Well, what the hell? The old Casca would have never cared even if it came down to comrades getting hurt. I bet she wouldn't even have faltered at losing her own life if it had been Griffith's will. To Casca, his word was gospel. So is that just having Casca's life, the sword given to her by Griffith, and her own life in Griffith's hand? I guess that's just a depiction of what they just spoke about here. Hatching from the egg. Damn, that is sick, isn't it? That's sick, isn't it? Again, the two halves of Griffith yet again. No, maybe that's still the truth. But is she herself even aware that she's begun to change? I'm not sure she is either, to be honest. But she's very much leaving the kind of mother's nest now. I guess that's why this is a kind of good depiction with her in the egg like that. She's starting to fly. Again, it very much does seem like the dawn and the sun is on Guts' side, doesn't it? The kind of that, I think that's what that kind of represents, isn't it? The kind of moving into this new goal, moving into this new period, a shining beacon of the future rather than the past, which is Griffith right here, and the band of the Hawk. The sun is the dream that he is chasing. You look like you're staring down an enemy. Makes sense. Your expectations, your confidence in me as your soldier is vanishing into thin air, so I can't complain if you resent me. But still, even if I'm hated or treated like a traitor, someone who would never depend upon another's dream, someone who wouldn't be compelled by anyone, but would determine and pursue his own reason to live. Again, Griffith's just looking mean as fuck during these chapters, isn't he? So that's why. And should anyone trample that dream, you would oppose him body and soul, even if the threat were me, myself. What I think a friend is that one who is my equal. That's why I have to go. Maybe losing an arm will make him wake his ass up. Will it be that simple? These past 3 years, Guts has cut his own path through the battlefield as captain of the Raiders. He's exposed himself to danger more than anyone else in the band of the Hawk. Griffith is certainly a genius when it comes to the sword technique, though. But Guts' skills have been so well honed on the line between life and death that you could say his is a sword of carnage. Sure enough, Griffith's face lacks its usual composure. It sure does, doesn't it? Their strength is equally matched. And they haven't even begun the fight yet. Damn, that was a lot of kind of introspection there, wasn't it? Again, a lot of imagery going on as well. A lot of imagery going on. Again, let's get some genius comments up in here. No, yeah, not even going to bother. Yeah, some very kind of profound stuff, especially from Jadao today. To be fair, Jadao is very on point with his assessment of this situation, isn't he? But yeah, some interesting stuff brought up with Casca as well. Her kind of hatching and leaving the nest of Griffith. A warm embrace. I think that's putting it lightly, saying that Griffith is like a mother bird to her. It's more like, again, like the mother god bird. But she has changed. And like I said earlier as well, every shot of Griffith looks absolutely menacing in this chapter, doesn't it? Every shot, every single one. There isn't a normal or a composed look on his face once, except for here. But this is obviously not real. But yeah, great chapter, wasn't it? We'll get straight into the next one, and this will be ending out this volume. Oh, this has been a really good volume, hasn't it? Probably one of my favourites so far. I don't know why, but it does just feel a little bit more intense here in the manga. It feels like there's bit more emotions packed into it for some reason, like with Casca especially, and Griffith and Guts. It feels like, again, there's just a little bit more to it. Although, again, the adaptation in the anime and movies were pretty on point for these. Even so, like with some of the imagery, for example, I imagine a little bit of that doesn't quite come across as well as it does in the manga here, so that may be as to one of the reasons, but again, it just feels a little bit more powerful reading it like this. Ooh. And here comes the fight. The Morning Departure, Chapter 3. See, sometimes with these kind of cuts, sometimes you can kind of put that. Obviously, I do the thumbnails for the videos, and I have to use these sometimes. Sometimes you can put them together, and it's like one image, which I think is the case here, and it comes together. But sometimes there is that white gap in the middle. I wonder what the distinction is there in the kind of physical copies. Is it because this is? Yeah, I don't know. But sometimes, like I said, sometimes it goes, you can squish it together and it looks good. But sometimes there's a white line in the middle. Just a tad from me doing my thumbnails. A little tidbit. But I just got the same Attack on Titan. I don't know why I've got that on my playlist. There's two different versions of that song, but I've got like 400 songs in my playlist, and funny enough, the exact same Attack on Titan OST is played right after listen to the exact same one before. Strange. Not mad about it though. Actually quite fitting. Actually quite fits this battle, to be honest. It's odd. I'm feeling strangely calm. Yeah, I know, right? Guts has been looking very fucking composed. Again, you wouldn't be amiss if you got these two the other way around, if you know what I'm saying. Like, usually Guts is the one kind of all guns blazing and aggravated and emotions running through him. But this time it's been reversed, hasn't it? Yet I'm up against Griffith, so there's no way I can drop my guard. No, it's quite fitting as well, actually, isn't it? Because Griffith, when he beat Guts, you could say he won Guts, but he also kind of won Guts' emotion and anger and all that was with Guts during that battle versus Griffith. And now he's taken that into his battle with Guts again, so I'm guessing, like what they said earlier, Guts has just taken back what was taken by Griffith with his sword. Those emotions, those anger, he hasn't got them in a minute, but if he beats him, and I could just be talking rubbish there, but it kind of seems to fit. So there's no way I can drop my guard. 3 years ago, that day, was like this one. It all started with a duel. Now it ends with one. Fine by me. It's much more fitting than some half-hearted farewell. This says to me, I'm still worth spilling blood over in your eyes. Guts is strong. He's become much stronger these past 3 years. Unfathomably. But then, even so, it's Griffith. Griffith can. I'm sure Griffith can stop him. Yes. Then everything will stay as it has been. Is that my wish? Do I want him to stay? Looks like she's just realising that change a little bit. Looking Snow White here, Casca. Again, I think that's just again to show she's just got the purest of thoughts right now. Casca, hasn't she? Damn, it sucks, man. It sucks. I feel like more than anything, Casca's role has been kind of impacted quite a lot by the manga. To be honest, I feel like there's more in the terms of relationship between Casca, Guts, and Griffith, more here than what I got in the anime. There's more power in the relationship and more kind of deviation in emotions when something does kind of occur between any of them, or when something good happens, it makes you even more ecstatic. I can sense your typical brazen fighting spirit, but your eyes remain calm. And yet they're poised, devoid of precariousness. So that's how firm you are in your resolve. You know what, this soundtrack really fucking fits this fight. And we haven't even started still. Do you want to go? Is this how badly you want to leave my grasp? You can't. You can't. In my thought I am dreaming. I won't have it. I won't let you. Damn. He's looking a bit like Slain here, isn't he? He does look a bit like Slain in general, doesn't he? To be honest, from the anime version of Slain, anyway. He and her do have a similar face. But what do I do? His speed and power are nothing like they used to be. I'm not sure I can parry his attack anymore. If I can, my sword still won't last past 2 or 3 strikes. And all this snow might hinder my movements. Victory must come in the first strike. So he's setting out his win conditions, as any good battle strategist should. The instant his blade falls, I deflect it and slice into the top of his shoulder. It's another Attack on Titan OST. It is. I've only got like 5 in my playlist, but they are quite fitting. They are quite fitting. Maybe this is God's work. And my speed and timing can't even be off slightly. It's a strike I won't be able to constrain. There's no other technique I can use to beat him now. If successful, even Guts wouldn't escape unharmed. Ooh, bloody hell. No, if in the instant our swords meet, the pressure from his alters in the arc of mine even just a little, I might really kill him. Damn. Not much room for error here. That is quite the image there, isn't it? Guts getting fucking slashed in half. Honestly, honestly, I'm not sure even if you hit him in the head with a sword like that, it would go through. I feel like Guts, it would just kind of hit him, and his head would just be so hard, it wouldn't be able to go through. Not sure why that looks so unrealistic to me. There you go. So it's kind of a main character syndrome or something. Although Guts is very much not in that vein, is he? He does very much take a lot of punishment and does get beaten and does get brutalized as well, as we have seen and as we will see as well a little bit later on down the line. Even then, even if I can't have him, no one can. I feel like that's the natural line after this, isn't it? Even if I can't have him, no one can. Damn. The snow falls. This is the moment it happens, isn't it? I don't care. Wow, so suddenly? Good. Just going as planned at this minute. As their blades hit. Hey, deflected it and sliced his fucking sword right in half. I think it's quite hard to tell, to be honest with you. Quite hard to tell what's actually going on with the swords. But it looks like that's Guts' sword right there, still whole, and that's Griffith's sword that tried to deflect it, kind of cut in half. Obviously, we can see here his sword is a little bit short, so not really sure where the other bit is. Somewhere off screen, I imagine. Yeah, I think it's here. I think it's spinning around here. Look at everyone's mouths. Everyone's shocked as hell. Look how wide open Berserk's mouth is right now. Except for Pippin, of course. Oh no, and just pure shock. Griffith was prepared to kill right now. Of course he's going to be shocked, I think. He drops his sword. Griffith! Damn, look at that. Me and Guts didn't even touch him. Maybe his arm hurts because when they did go for it, the power of Guts obviously broke Griffith's sword right in half. Probably hurt Griffith's hand a little bit as well, I imagine. But I feel like that's maybe not just the pain of his arm, but the kind of the internal pain as well. Right there. The pain of losing with your own hand. Over very quickly, wasn't it? One strike. As Guts looms over Griffith as he walks past. Take care. Griffith! Gut. Yeah, she very much looks like she wanted to say something here, didn't she? Guts! That face of a devil. You need to have a face of a devil in this moment right here. You can't be looking back. You can't be looking back. You can't be looking sad. Just got to keep walking. It's a tough thing to do, you know. Tough thing to do. You walk away from a family like this, I imagine. Even if you slightly faltered or slightly kind of hesitated, run back. Sad, isn't it? Sad as fuck, my dude. Yeah, I feel especially bad for Casca in all of this, to be honest with you. Lost a lot that's dear to her now, and coming up she's going to be losing even more that's dear to her. By the end of this, she has almost lost everything that's dear to her, so just sad as fuck. Guts really left us without even looking back. If it's a fluke, it had to be. Damn it, I won't accept this. Casca just watches on, bare and naked, and that's quite a thing as well, isn't it? Kind of being naked during this scene, everything to bear. It's all out there to show. It's all right. It's like stumbling on a rock on the roadside. It's pretty, it's petty, a small thing. The place you want to go is more distant, farther off. So, it's alright. You'll stand up, and you'll start walking. I was going to say, there's a little bit left, isn't there? I guess it's just this final page. But damn. That was a brilliant way of ending it right here. Lovely drawn as well. We haven't really seen too much of the author's drawing like this, have we? Not in this kind of style. Really kind of faint, small images, but they almost seem like really kind images, don't they? Look how gentle Guts' face looks here. I'm not sure I'll ever say again, or I definitely haven't said, and then again, I don't think I'll ever say again how Guts looks gentle right here, but he does. It's alright. You'll stand up. See, I'm feeling sad, both for Casca and for Guts at the minute. Like Guts having to leave all this behind him as well. It's just, again, just overwhelmingly sad. As we see him here, just solo footsteps, nothing around him, nothing, just pure white. I don't even see this. Soon. And you'll start walking. Soon. But yeah, just look at that. Just empty. Nothing. It's purely on his own now. Purely on his own. Damn, that was a really good couple chapters there, wasn't it? The Morning Departure 3 end. Created by Kento Miura, Berserk is a medieval manga, mania, and its blood-stained best. A volatile concoction of raging action, abyssal horror, and a graveyard humor. Graveyard humor. That has doesn't really have too much humor, does it? Has a little bit every here and there. That has the initiates. Not the best translation right there. Lining up for more and the faint-hearted heading for the hills. Thank you, sir. May I have another? I've never read this before. Something bad is about to happen, I can feel it. Wow. Again, there were some really fucking good chapters today, weren't there? again, I'm not really sure I feel the worst for. I feel bad for Guts. I don't really feel too bad for Griffith because again, he's just losing what he won during that battle. I don't feel too bad for Griffith. Obviously, knowing what comes up, I think I'd feel a bit more for Griffith if I didn't know what was coming up. Obviously, I know what he does next, so again, I don't really have any sympathy for the guy. But definitely feel bad for Guts. But again, I think I actually feel worse for Casca in this situation. I think she is one of, as much as Guts goes through it, I think she is one of the most unfortunate characters in the series as well, isn't she? Very fortunate in the fact that she was given the chance by Griffith and then took it under his bosom and then met Guts and didn't get along with him, but started to really kind of create a connection with that guy, and it being all brilliant now. That was absolutely wonderful. But again, she loses this, she loses Griffith, she loses herself by the end of all this. So again, I think she's actually the biggest loser in all this situation, isn't she? It's just sad as fuck because she's one of my favourite characters in the whole show. But yeah, some brilliant moments today. Again, Griffith like having almost no emotion to him, just purely becoming like that animal and using his instinct, and just again, there was no scene of him looking okay today. Every scene had him looking fucking scowly and just like a demon, as what we'll go for his fate earlier. But yeah, just a couple of great chapters. But yeah, make sure you let me know what you guys thought about these ones down in the comment section. Again, this volume was probably one of my favourite, if not probably my favourite volume yet. I think there's been better moments for me earlier on, but in total during these chapters, again, there were some fucking beautiful chapters in this volume, wasn't there? I can't wait to see what the next one has in store as well. But we won't have a sneak peek of that yet. I'll wait till Tuesday to read that, which will be Thursday for you guys. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about these chapters down in the comment section. Again, a couple brilliant ones. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like this video, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date with these reactions. Please let me know what you guys took away from these chapters as well in the comment section. Like I mentioned earlier, there's probably quite a lot of imagery and such that I didn't quite understand. I'll go back to this one specifically and such. There's probably quite a lot of imagery in this scene, for example, that I didn't understand and didn't get on my first reading. So yeah, definitely let me know what you guys thought of these down in the comment section. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and have a good rest of your day, guys.